Hello lovely people, I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 25 on the Empire's Project. Alright, so I wish you all the very best, and again I want to take this opportunity to thank each and everyone for making time out of your busy schedule to watch my channel. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I recommend you do so you'll be the first to be notified whenever I drop the video. Alright, in your view is a 3D representation of a 4-bedroom house that we are building in Ghana. This is a construction of a 4-bedroom house in Ghana. It comes with a 2-pod car garage, and I'm here to give you all the details. Alright, so in your view, you can see this is the living area. What we have done now is cast a protruding beam. A protruding beam is on the extreme right hand side, taking an L shape. So that beam creates some form of a decoration when you're standing in front of the building. So the camera will be going towards that area, and then I will definitely show you what it means. It is a protruding beam that shows in front of the building. At the moment, on your left hand side, we are constructing the block work for the gutter. Yes, the gutter was cast on the left hand side, and the block work have been laid so to receive the roofing from your extreme left hand side. Here is the master bedroom bath, where the client requested we take a measurement so he can understand the size of the master bath. Yes, as been shown right over there. Okay, he wanted to know the size of the master bath, and I think this was after my inspection when I visited Ghana. Yes, I did mention his bathroom wasn't quite big enough for me. I wish it was a little bit more bigger, but as per the design, this is the measurement they gave. So he wanted to double check to see if perhaps it was the exact measurement he gave the architect, and if the architect indeed followed the measurement. This is the corridor. He wanted to see the walking space within the corridor, and that also we gave him the measurement, just so it will indicate that if two people are walking along this walkway, can they bypass each other without having any contact with each other? That is the space allotted for that area. Again, this is the protruding beam I did talked about in the early stages of the video. This is the beam protruding to the front, and it is a decorative beam which is in the drawing, and so we are emulating the same. This is not just on the right hand side, this is transferred all the way to the left hand side. In the same time, there is a beam that actually prevented us from continuing the front view and the back view, and that beam is also being cast today. So in your view right now, it's a beam cut across the main entrance door, which is on your right, and then to your left it is the window, and they all have the same height that we are doing the casting for. That this is the garage area, and in this area as well there is a protruding beam as per the 3D, and so that is also being carried out. This protruding beam extends all the way from here all the way to the corner. Okay, so once the boards are dry, the concrete is dry, we will remove it and extend the board towards that area. So from the front here, as you can view, once the concrete is dry, there's going to be a continuation of the block work. Okay, once there's a continuation of the block work, then a slab will come, which will provide something like a shade. Okay, yes, a slab will come, and that will be the end of the design. And you'll be seeing that on the 3D. I'll put that on the screen so you can appreciate what I'm talking about. So it is a gradual process that we have to take to go through to be able to achieve the design for the client. Here is the front view again. Okay, this is the front view. On your left is the window, to your right is the entrance door, and on top of it is the beam. And then we're going to lay about 2 to 3 course beam to achieve the height as per the drawing. And once that height is achieved, then a slab will be formed, and then iron bars will go on top, or the reinforcement will go on top. There's going to be a plumbing work for the gutter, and then we're going to do electrical work. And so once all of this is achieved, then we're going to do the casting. This is also transferred to the back patio. The back patio also has the same design, and we'll be taking you there as well. So the design is beautiful. From afar, you might think as though this is a first floor and a second floor building. For those who are in America, you always call the ground floor the first floor. But from Europe, the ground floor is ground floor, and first floor is the one starting from the top. Yes, this is the beam that partitions the center of the project, or partition between the entire house. This is the center of the entire house, and there's supposed to be a beam all the way to the back. This will partition from the left and then on the right. And so there's going to be a block work all the way to the top, which is about 19 feet from ground level. So the roof will slope towards the center line, towards my left. That is one side of the roofing that slopes. And then from the center towards my right, okay, yes, from the center towards my right, there's going to be another slope towards that area, which is another roof. If you watch the 3D carefully, I'll just post it on the top and then you see. So the roof is a hidden roof. It slopes from the center to your left, from the center towards your right. And so this is what we need to do by introducing this beam right over there. So it has been a challenging work upon reaching this stage, and we needed to be extremely careful. One, because the architect was not available. After submitting the drawing to the client, he wasn't available, so we could utilize his services. And so we needed to make sure we follow strictly the drawing and take our time to go step by step. So it wasn't easy at all. We wanted to make sure we've been able to depict exactly what the drawing is saying. And most often than not, like I say, most drawing, when they are designed, they don't provide notes. You know, in every drawing, once you provide notes for an explanation of a design, it gives you a better understanding of what you have to do when you get to this particular stage. You understand? So you can see upon completion of the beam, which is a center line beam, we've been able to form the slab right over there. And here we are ready to put up the perimeter fence wall. The perimeter fence wall, the estimate was prepared just after we started the main house. And for me, I always say that putting a perimeter fence wall sometimes limits you or limit the activities that happens on a compound. So I prefer to always put up the house and then later put up the perimeter fence wall. These circumstances do not actually relate to everybody. There are some people that purchase their land and they want to take some time off to raise some capital before coming to begin their project. That is fine. They can put up their fence wall. Yes, but people who purchase land and they are ready to start building, it's advisable to start the main house, get to a point, all the material, because sometimes when vehicles are coming in, they find it difficult, just to follow one access. And for that matter, having multiple access give them that flexibility to allow the ease of movement. Understand? So those are some of the reasons why I emphasize that we finish the main house before the block work. And especially when it comes to the borehole drilling, those vehicles are huge and they're heavy. When they're coming, sometimes wherever the geophysicist person has indicated for the drilling, usually their vehicle is not able to go there when you have a perimeter fence wall. Sometimes they have to break the fence wall in order for them to do the drilling, and once they are done, they have to put back the fence wall. Here, the project coordinator was indicating where the pedestrian gate is going to be. So from your left is a pillar, to your right, so there's a 4-foot gate that has been indicated right over there. Okay, so this is the demarcation of the perimeter fence wall. It is going all the way. This is a 2-plot, so we are demarcating all the 2 plots. We are going to dig it for our client and the brother. So from there, this is the continuation, which is for the brother. This whole area is the plots belonging to the brother of the client, of whom we are building for. Okay, so that is I believe, the corner pillar, I suppose. Yeah, so everything looks okay here. Everything looks beautiful. Yes, everything looks beautiful. So far, so good. We are on course, and I believe once we are done, again, I'll be sharing that outcome with you once the backhoe start digging. Everything looks awesome. Yes, so I think that pillar indicates the center line that divides the plot from the client and that of the brother. All right, from me to you, shalom. God bless you. Bye-bye.